to people from the supermarkets right through to the farmers as well, and rural communities who need their land worked. If it's going to be harder to get people to come to Britain to work, that's going to ring alarm bells across the board.
Throughout history, humans have sought cures for this. Claimed remedies for baldness now add up to a $2 billion plus industry each year. It is a serious business. A survey here in Britain suggested 2/3 of hair loss sufferers would rather have more hair than money or friends. But there could be some good news, because an experimental drug originally designed to treat brittle bone disease has been shown to have a dramatic effect on follicles, stimulating them to sprout hairs. Spencer Stevenson has spent more than $40,000 on baldness treatments and hair transplants. He co-hosts an internet radio show called The Bald Truth and also runs a website about baldness. Was he excited about the news?
It's good that people are still looking into finding treatments. So, yeah, it's exciting, but I don't think it's going to happen in the short term. Let's put it like that.
No, because it still has to be tested in clinical trials.
Indeed. My knowledge on it is limited as the specific treatment. However, as a hair loss sufferer working in the industry for 20 years, there is a need and an interest in new treatments without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, it's something that people are worried about. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry, baldness treatments. Would you accept most of them don't actually work?
It's a fact that 90+% of product and services that are sold as the possible cure for hair loss or treatments do not work, sadly. And I experienced that. I was a very vulnerable young hair loss sufferer, very desperate, and I basically just kept on jumping from the frying pan into the fire with regards to treatment after treatment. And as a result of it, spent a fortune. Hence why I set up my services to help protect others from making the same mistakes I did, because there are only currently a couple of proven treatments that actually work for hair loss. And then alongside that is hair transplant surgery, which essentially is a last resort. I've had 13 hair transplants myself over the course of 13 years. I have a full head of hair. But it's important hair loss sufferers don't rush in. We are known to do it. We're very desperate.
Yeah, and you've spent a lot of money on baldness treatments, hair transplants, so more than $40,000. Well, you just weren't able to accept that bald can be beautiful.
If I had my time again, I wouldn't have spent as much money as I had to. But bald is beautiful. Of course, great. If you can embrace going bald, all power to you. But the fact of the matter is, this is a hidden epidemic. People would much prefer to have hair than not. And until you've experienced hair loss and the emotional trauma and the psychological torment that comes with it, then it's very easy to say, oh, just shave it off. It's a very personal thing.
I suppose, though, if this compound does turn out to be effective, it's known at the moment by the less than catchy name of Whey 316606, that industry, that baldness treatment industry, could be in for a bit of a shock.
If it turns out to be effective, it would be remarkable, and the hair loss industry will be turned upside down. But is it going to happen? The number of times that we've heard that there's a cure, I've lost count of them.
We shall wait and see. That's the British baldness guru, Spencer Stevenson. Well, that's all from me.